Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie.
I'm Jon.
Today we're talking about, what are we talking about today?
Should you pay for sex?
No, that's not what we said.
I thought you said that was the one you wanted to
No,
talk.
I didn't say anything about paying for sex. I said we're going to talk about how we keep love alive. How we keep the excitement going.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
Yeah, okay. We can talk about the other one as well,
The thing is, this man doesn't like to pay. So I don't even know why he wants to talk about why, or how much you should pay for sex.
No, you got a DM, didn't you, from some young lady and asking if you were being serious.
Okay, guys, hold on a second. Now I remember. Guys, read this DM. This is from a young lady asking me this question.
What the hell was that?
Something blow up? This lady wants to know how much she should charge her husband for sex, right?
Mm.
Jon, how much do you think a wife should charge for sex? Be very careful, because tonight you want some. Hey, go on, tell them.
I don't think I can, because whatever it is, it's going to be a trap.
I'm not trying to trap you.
Yeah, right.
You tell me first how much you think I should charge. Should it be more than yours? Should you charge? Just tell us, enlighten us, Jon.
Well, obviously it should be given willingly without money involved, personally. So money shouldn't be involved.
Jon, let me just explain something to you. I think that after a certain amount of years, there should be a blanket check.
You mean there hasn't been?
Like a blank check. What do you mean there hasn't? Yes, that's what I'm telling them. So if you've done your job right after a few years, you should have a blank check. But if you're just starting out, maybe for the first 12 years, it can't be less than £100.
Oh no, it's got to be more than that.
It has to be more than that. Money plays a very big part in women's psyche.
Well, yours it does.
Well, for me, yeah. So for some black men, I would take it before, because some of them they'll change their minds. Do you see what I mean? So take it before. Okay, let's just play seriously now. I know it was serious for you, but really, when it comes to having intimate sex with your husband, there shouldn't be any money. That's really something you shouldn't be thinking about. But if you want to play games with each other,
Yeah,
then
a bit of role play, a bit of fun.
Yes.
But it needs, in my opinion, it needs to be a surprise. There needs to be, like, when I do that trail of money going up the stairs, those sort of things. You need something different.
See, not everybody has seen you do that trail of money, so
Well, no one has done it, but you. Yeah. Right. So Stephanie had been out, I think recording or something. She came home, and I left a trail of money from the front door all the way up the stairs to the bed, and there was a nice pile of money there on the bed. And her excitement level, I would assume it was related to her wetness level, was above the chart.
You see, if you want to role play, that could play a really nice part. It doesn't just have to be about money. Something written out going up the stairs or going to the kitchen or anything, something exciting, that you want to write down on a piece of paper. And maybe at the end of it, you could have a bunch of flowers, you could have a meal prepared. It doesn't always have to be about money, but, it just, money makes it fun. That's all. But the other things could also make it fun. So it's only about role playing. It's not about charging for sex, or charging your husband to do something with him. No. So if that's the image I put out there, please, I was playing. I'm just saying, just play games.
Yeah, I think that also leads nicely into, keeping the fun and excitement going in a marriage for a long period of time. Creating a bit of intrigue, a little bit of fun.
Do you ever get bored with me?
No, never. Can't get bored with you. Bloody hell.
Oh, at all?
No, you're never the same day. You're always different. I feel like I married 10 different women. They're all crazy, mind you.
No.
I don't know which one I'm getting today. I got the pissed off Stephanie today. Oh, shit.
I know men don't like to hear what a woman has to say when they're upset. But you see, if you stifle a woman and she's not able to tell you what she's thinking,
You mean if there's not an environment for her to speak
to
freely?
feel safe.
Yeah. I think that's actually a very valid comment, because people have to be able to voice their feelings and opinions in a completely safe environment and not believe there's any recrimination.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so important for both, because for the man and the woman, but obviously.
Yeah, so when to me, I'm not in who say, or you're safe. So be behind not or bit me a catch a bois, because when it comes to them feeling free and able to show who they really are.
When you say safe, I think it's also to understand it's just not a physical or anything like that. It's also emotional. You don't want to look down at someone if they're giving you their emotions or laugh at their emotions, because they're a valid emotion that person's feeling.
Mm-hmm.
To them, it's valid. So you've got to respect that.
It's important to say you respect your women's feelings, and also women respect your men's feelings. Allow your man to also feel vulnerable sometimes, to be vulnerable. I know. Yeah. You know, because we always say that the man has to be strong all the time. He's the breadwinner. He's the one who has to look after me. Sometimes they just want to be looked after too. They just want to be able to say that they're scared. They want to be able to say that something is going on that's not right for them without you thinking they're weak. Am I wrong?
No, I think that's right. I think it's definitely a two-way street. You know, you both got to be able to speak in an open, and hopefully the other person is not going to judge you.
Yeah,
I think that's vital.
That's important, actually, John. You said something really important there. Judging. I know some men expect certain things from their partners, and they expect them to be, you know, motherly, homely, dress a certain way, act a certain way. They're not your mothers. You can't tell them what to do.
Everybody during a relationship grows, and people change as they grow, and they've got to be able to express whatever they're feeling or what they want to be able to do in life as well. Sometimes
when I'm upset, I need to be able to speak it to you. And when I do that, I usually find that release, don't I? And I'm able to be receptive to you a lot more.
Yeah.
Don't you like that?
Well, absolutely. You almost need to get it off your chest. And if you can't get it off your chest, it creates more problems inside for you.
Yeah.
You need to, not vent, because that's the wrong word. You need to express it.
Did you ever feel that I was too much when I was like that?
Possibly early on, because I wasn't sort of understanding of that.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a shock, first of all.
That I was so honest about how I felt, and maybe my delivery wasn't always so great, was it?
Yeah,
because I was young.
Yeah, you could sort of go from 0 to 100 in your delivery, because you know the typical white guy is we're not very expressionate. We don't do the big hands and all that, and the loud voices and all that. It can be a bit of a shock.
When I got married, I didn't know how to regulate my feelings. So when I had something to say, I said it the African way. And that's what John is saying. I'm very expressionate with my hands, and just because my voice is loud does not mean I'm angry. But it's just I need to say what I'm feeling. And it's only when John retreats that I get even more upset. But then as time went on, he learned how to deal with me using my hands and the loud voice. It took a while though for you to get it.
Yeah, because it wasn't sort of an everyday thing. It used to come along. You're always questioning, is this real anger being thrown at me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're always questioning, is it the real anger, or is it you just expressing yourself out?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it was real anger. And I think it only turns angry when I feel like you're not receiving.
Yeah, not listening.
But usually when I start saying it, I'm very animated, but I'm not angry at that time. But you perceive it as anger. You used to perceive it as anger.
Yeah.
And then you react by shutting
Shutting
down.
Yeah.
And then I also had to learn that when he shut down is because the way I was projecting it was too much. So I had to like say it a little bit more calmly, and let him receive it. And John learned to receive it. So I think between the two of you, you have to listen to each other, right?
Yeah, I think everybody's different in the way they deliver things or the way they receive things. And it's a bit of a trial and error.
The reason why we're talking about that is because, you see, when you get it, when you get that thing between the two of you, that dynamics of and how you express your anger, how you express your love, how you express everything, then the chemistry works better as you get older, right?
Oh, important.
Did I make sense there?
Yeah, no, completely.
It just gets better. So it doesn't just happen after years. Or you have to work at it. You have to be able to hear each other. See, if you're the kind of man who is not able to listen to your wife, and you think everything she says is ridiculous, you're not going to have a successful marriage in the end. Just because you're together does not mean it's successful.
No, you'll continue that view all the way through the marriage if you're not willing to change and adapt. You think it's stupidity the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
Because you don't get all of your wife. You don't get the best of them if you don't allow them to speak. If you don't allow them to feel like their opinions are valued. It's important that you open your mind as well. I mean, I'm speaking for the women. Okay, now you speak for the men. What should we be doing right?
I think the woman needs to basically understand the man and the pressures that sometimes society can put on them. Really, that's changing slowly. And it's a little bit confusing because nowadays for men, I think because society's changing the roles of the man and the woman slightly.
True.
And so I think a lot of people, it can undermine them, because, well, that obvious role isn't there nowadays,
But I think women and men are embracing that though. Because women, yes, men are going into relationships now thinking the woman should be also earning some money. And I don't blame them. But the thing is, guys, you have to understand that when the woman has a child, that changes. It changes. That is where you have to play your part.
Well, I think that's big time when people don't understand. I especially think when young couples are together and they have a child, the child and the dynamics of the family changes so much. All the attention goes to the child, and the mother, what they have to do to bring that child along and nurture it. Men, we're second fiddle at that stage. So our main role is to provide, to ensure the baby and the wife are looked after the best we can. And that should be our main focus, at that point in time.
Yeah. And just because that's your main focus doesn't mean that you have to lose yourself as a father.
And when you come home after work, the most important thing is to support your wife and help with the kids. It's that simple. You don't go out with your mates. You don't sit in front of the telly. You help. Because I assure you, bringing up kids is the hardest job in the world. Beyond belief.
And the thing is, as a husband, if you make it easier for your wife as well, you are going to get the best of her. So for those who are asking us, how do we keep our connection and the love and the sex alive, it's because we did the work right from the beginning. It's because John supported me a lot emotionally. He gave me space to be myself, and while I was bringing up the children, tried to understand me, and that for me is sexy. And that's all your women want.
Again, it all boils down to this ability to communicate. And if you don't get it right, as long as you're willing to keep trying, everybody's going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And the other person has to see you're willing to try if it's failing for whatever reason, or they're not communicating well. As long as you keep trying and don't bring up the drawbridge or barriers or stuff, you'll get there eventually.
Yeah. John, so what is it about me that you find sexy?
There's too many to list. My wife has what I define as the X factor. She's going to love this. Now, there's some women you see Hey.
Okay, I'm listening.
And it sort of grabs you in a certain area. Yeah, okay. There aren't many people in this world that can do it, and you're one of them. That's enough.
Don't worry, I'm not charging him this time. Yes, keep going, John.
No, I'm not now.
Keep going.
That's enough. We'll call it quits, I think.
Generally, I think we said everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, as much as we could.
Every couple's different. You're all going to have different challenges. As long as you really enjoy each other's company as well, you've got to enjoy being around each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. You know, you've got to enjoy being in the other person's space. Because if you don't, you might as well not be married.
That's very true. You have to hold each other's heart in your hands like an egg. That's how it should be. You know, you don't want to break it. You don't want to hurt it. You just want to safeguard it. And that's important. And if you look at the person that you're about to marry and you can't say that, then I suggest John is right. You don't get married.
Cool.
Do you have my heart in your hands?
I have your heart in my hands.
And I have yours in mine.
Jolly good.
And occasionally I have to punch it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
You're a pain in the ass.
Well, you punch that in other areas, okay?
Yeah, that's your heart.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. I hope this helped you, and we'll be back next week.
See you later. Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.